Hello Doctor Who fans and welcome to a video review by the Hoover Station, and as you can see today I'm reviewing the Cold War Time Zone playset, which is one of the brand new 3.75 inch playsets where the point is to collect them and connect them, which I think rhymes, basically just for little environments, which is an excellent idea. I think it's a really great idea, and overall I think this set is fairly nice. It's a nice thing to display your figures in. It is quite large, so kind of you need a lot to kind of fill it out, but still, it's good. Here's the box. It's a very large, well, not large, it's about the size of a £20 character building set. Here it is compared to the new packets. Not that much bigger, to be honest. I don't actually have any other packets. I threw them all away from the, like the Uncle one I used in the Sideman review, so don't have anything to... Anyway, it says like includes the Ice Warrior collecting build Doctor Who Universe for 3.75 scale action figures, 3D card diorama, Cold War Time Zone playset, has some logos and stuff. And it had a massive piece of cardboard inside, all folded up to keep it all flat, which was good, I guess. It has a load of writing here. I am not reading it out. Does not mention the Ice Warriors though. It talks about them, but still. It's a nice picture with Skaldak and the Doctor there, obviously photoshopped. As the other sets, Dalek Invasion, Angels Take Manhattan and Hyde. I'm really looking forward to getting the Hyde one. I really want that Crooked Man. I think he looks pretty awesome. It says click and collect and stuff, and you can see there's the Cold War with the Dalek Invasion behind it. I should be getting that next week at some point, because I'm doing boot sale, as I said in my last review. And I got all this. I got loads of figures now for selling a load of Lego figures on eBay. Just like, anyway, you don't really care, do you? But I'm just quite amazed at how much I got for them. Yeah, it says Armoured Ice Warrior, the Doctor, and TARDIS not included. Weathered TARDIS cutout included. Why is it weathered? I don't get that. It's weathered in a Christmas special, not in Cold War. Anyway, onto the set. As I was about to say always, I don't do this that often. I'll say the bad things first, as it's nice to end on a high, so they say. The bad things. The construction. That is the bad thing about this. Now, here are the instructions. Just regular instructions. It's quite easy to follow if you have experience with following instructions, whether it be from Lego, which I think my experience is, because I'm quite good at DIY stuff, and I think that is from my experience with Lego. But yeah, it's fairly simple to follow, although they have made dire mistakes in this of putting stuff before or after when you should have done it. For example, they tell you to put the TARDIS door in after you've already constructed the main walls. No, there's tabs on the thing. It makes it harder to tab in because there's little slots on the floor and that, and you've got tab intervals. It's difficult. I've seen other reviews. The Host Productions review of this set, he said he couldn't get it in, so he just left it out. And that is because they should have put it in first before you attach the walls. So people, do that first before you plug it in. Also, the computer bank, there's a computer bank inside there, a 3D bit, and it says to put that in at the same time as the silo before you put in the main wall, that big square thing. No, there's a tiny little tab, you can just see it on there, that plugs into the side of this box, this computer bank. Plug that into that first. Put these together and then plug them as one whole piece into the set. It will make it a lot easier and will not risk you knocking all the walls apart, which is what happened to me. Which leads me to my next point, which is the walls, as they are separated, and I'll talk about why I think they did that in a moment. But you have these little see-through clear, which are eyesores on this. They make it look very bad. Little clear male and female, socket and plug joints, which attach because it's a separate piece. The top is a separate piece. It ends here, around there. So it does look bad, but yeah. So they get you to attach them, and though the problem with it's an easy enough thing to do. I thought people were saying it's hard to plug them together. No, it's perfectly simple to plug them together. The thing is, they're so loose, they pop out instantly. I managed to get them all in. It took ages because they just kept falling apart. And then I did what I was saying a minute ago about trying to get the computer bank and this together in there, and it just all fell apart, and I lost all the clear things and took me ages to find them again. It was horrible. So what I did, and I advise people to do it, I used blue tack. I put a little bit of blue tack in the female joint and then plugged it in. So I advise that all glue, but I would intend someday to sell this in the far future or whatever. I don't know. Put it away eventually. So I wouldn't put glue in there. But, bad stuff over. Apart from that, it does look nice. I'll give you a quick 360 of the entire thing. And I mean quick because I don't want to take too long on this. As you can see, there's lots of bits where it's sticking out, the little tabs, and there's the cardboard for the TARDIS. And there's lots of plugs, as you can see here, which are meant to plug into the other sets. And underneath, as you can see, there's holes for you to pull the slots in underneath there as well, where things have been tabbed in. So there you go, that's the set in its entirety. I love that word, entirety. Anyway, so yeah, it is a nice set. I'll show you some of the details, which I think are quite nice in this. Obviously the figurine itself is a nice little detail, but you've got loads of stuff like this, computer banks, stuff, the porthole, all the wiring, a door there. Would have been nice if it opened. Got the silo here, which I think is a really nice addition, because you've got the silo and it's got the missile pointing out, which is really nice. You've got some nice Russian writing there, although people will be moaning about it because TARDIS translation circuits, oh well, whatever. Nice stuff there, and all Russian stuff, all little bolts. It is generally nicely detailed, and the floor's nice. And it's got the mountains and the top of the sub, which doesn't really make sense. You can see there, kind of not realistic. Oh well, but one of the things I think is nice is this, which is the hole there, which some people think it's. Some people have said that it's to do this, to poke Skaudak through, when you grab the people, but you can't really do that with this little figure. So, what I think it's for, and I do have evidence of this. Let me just get sod your Skaudak. On this computer bank, you probably can't see. I can't really get around there because of the screen. There is a little ladder which leads up to the roof, which is right near the hole. So I think it's to show when at the end of the episode they just pop up and say goodbye to Skaudak and the Ice Warriors. So I think that's a good addition. I do like it, like all the 3D stuff. It is quite nice. One complaint which I forgot to say about is this. It is a very tough piece of card, and it does take a while to kind of get it into a curvature shape. All these folds, it still doesn't look perfect on mine. Beware of that. I wish they had done it in a small, softer card, but they didn't because it's character. They never like to be nice. So, yeah, you're just going to have to live with that, people. Now, to say about what I was saying earlier about the box being a reason for something, I completely forgot about that, but now I'll say about it. As you can see, the size of the box, it's not the same size as the set. Now, I think that is the reason why we do have to have the separate pieces. I think character didn't want a box that would have been about this long. I think they wanted a much shorter box like this one, but if they just spent a little bit of extra money to make it a longer box, it may not have been as nice on the shelf, but I'm sure all the kids and stuff that would buy this would much prefer not to have to do that and risk breaking it, ripping it and stuff, and all that stress. Just, I think a lot of people would prefer that, So I really don't get why they did it. Whatever. His character. Oh well. Right. So I've said the good points, I've said the bad points, comparisons I guess. Now, one of the main things that I've heard people say is, could you use this in 5-inch range with the 5 inches? The answer is yes. Here is the Doctor from A Christmas Carol, and just for the lulz, an Ice Warrior, And yes, I think they look okay. I think you could easily use that as a submarine. It looks actually, the size looks more realistic as it's a submarine. I think, apart from the little hole at the back there, which you're meant to be able to fit through, I think that's a nice size. So yeah, use your 5 inches in here. It's fine. And another thing that people have been asking is the TARDIS removable? Yes, it is. It is removable. Just take it out. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. Too much hassle getting it back in. Show it off with a couple of the figures now. Here is obviously Skaldek in there. As you can see, it's quite nice in there. It's a bit big for them, to be honest, but you know what you're going to do. Just quickly show you, there's a bit more of the details there. Oh god, focused out. Details there. Little wires. It does look very realistic in the camera. So for figure adventures, this is very, very nice. And also with Clara and Doctor, they do look very nice in here. I think people are gonna. I think it's nice. I think it's good to have somewhere to display these rather than just on your shelf. I think that's really great. So really, there's not much else to say about this apart from about this little guy here, who is nice. He's a nice little rubbery thing. Hold on, let me just shine some extra light on this guy. He is rubbery, so you can't. His legs suffer from being tied together and bent. So you can, if you use 2 bases, it would take 2.2 of the bases, because he does have holes in his feet to kind of spread them out. But I think, I'm not sure what it would do to the rubber and the paint, because paint and rubber, I don't know. But boiling water may be the key here. Anyway, let's have a little look on your face. Actually, I've got my HD camera back. It's got the little scratches, and oh my god, something just popped out. Oh no, one of the little things that I stuck in with blue tack. Okay, I recommend glue because that just popped out. Maybe I need a bigger piece of blue tack. Anyway, I'm glad that's happened because I'll give you some more advice. He's got nice little silver bits, which I guess is for the bio armor. Nice little scratch. Bits of green. Would have liked it if he'd be more green. It does look very. I mean, the sculpt is very nice. I mean, the head. A lot of people have been complaining about all of this. I think the head looks nice. Oh yeah, it's not accurate, but to be honest, I didn't like the one in the show that much. This looks more Martian, to be honest. I like the chest and that. And to be honest, if you don't want to use this as a nice warrior, because it doesn't really make much sense. I mean, get Skaldek. I'll show you some off more in my Skaldek review, but you see they don't really make sense. But to use this as a different monster altogether, I think would be perfectly fine. Make up a name for it, you know. And yeah, I think this figure, it's got potential. I think it is a nice little figure. I think it is generally nice. Nice little addition. I can't wait to get the Crooked Man in the hide set. But if he's like this, obviously he may have the bent legs as well. I say may, most likely will. But yeah, it's definitely a nice little figure. Not the best, obviously, but you know, what can you expect from a rubber figurine? So it is nice. So overall, I would say, I would definitely recommend this. Obviously, I can't say whether I would recommend it over the Dalek one. I would warn you, obviously, in the construction, be extremely careful. It is only cardboard, it can break. Use blue tack or glue, preferably a lot of blue tack, to attach those things. And just, yeah, just be careful with it. One quick more complaint I have, which isn't really a complaint because I guess this would happen, is the floor is very bobbly. Like the 10th Doctor's console room and like the 11th Doctor's console room has that sort of same effect. So yeah, it's a little wobbly. And it also has those dreaded little joints there, the little peg, the things that stick out and you've got to put the card under. That's, oh, I hate them. That's where you've got to be most careful on them because it could really damage the cardboard. Other than that, overall, this is very, very nice. I definitely like it. I don't know whether I could rate it because it's the first one of its kind that I've had. I would say, though, 7. They're not overall like 6 or 7, but it's mainly the points is down due to the construction. Overall, it is extremely nice, apart from the construction. Looks well with 5 and 3.75 inch figures. Yeah, so very nice. Coming next, I'll be reviewing the Doctor, and Clara, and my rare variant of the Cyberman. I hope you all enjoyed this review. I hope I haven't rambled on too much. And I wish you all goes well. Comment, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. What people usually say at the end of videos. Thank you for watching. Hope it helped. Whovistatron out.